So your adversary is chronically rude. You have a client that calls you all the time and then disappears when the bill is due. And the judge is completely wrong, but you keep losing the case. It's all in the game. Hello everyone, my name is Shane Scott. I am a litigation attorney and I am the creator of thespirituallitigator.com, a blog dedicated to self-care, stress management, and mindfulness for attorneys. And today I'm continuing to discuss how The Wire can help change your perspective on the practice of law. And today's quote comes from my favorite character in The Wire, Omar Little. And the quote is, "It's all in the game." And Omar said this twice over the series. First time was in season 1, episode 13, where he is robbing a drug dealer and pulls a gun on him, asks for the drugs, and says it's all in the game while he's laughing. The second time he says it is in season 2, in one of the greatest scenes of the entire series. He's testifying against one of the drug dealers, and the self-righteous hypocritical defense attorney Levy is basically berating him on the stand. He says, you leech off the lifeblood of citizens through the drug trade. And Omar says, just like you, I hold the gun, you hold the briefcase. It's all in the game. And it threw Levy off. And it was such a great line, because you think about what we do as lawyers. If you're on the criminal side, you are, in a way, a part of the game of the drug trade. You're prosecuting people or you're defending people, and as a result of this criminal enterprise that exists in the world, you're getting compensated and keep, making a living. On the civil side, we feed off this system of chaos with complex facts, unpredictability, and basically people who make really bad decisions. And it doesn't even have to be your client that makes a bad decision. If you're on the plaintiff side, you're suing somebody who made a bad decision. If you're on the defense side, maybe your client or maybe somebody else made a bad decision that negatively impacted your client. But we're all feeding off this unpredictable, complex, and people-driven way of life, and we're compensated for it. And when you think about the things that annoy you on a day-to-day basis, if you have a chronically rude adversary, it's all in the game. Sometimes you're going to get really good adversaries. I've had wonderful adversaries that I've worked with, and I always look forward to seeing their name pop up when we get a file come in. And sometimes you have ones that you're not as excited about when you see their name pop up. It's all in the game. Don't take it personally. As soon as you know how they play, you're already so many steps ahead. Also, when you have a client, you're either going to have a client that's easy to play with or very difficult to play with. And that becomes very, very clear to you pretty early on. In your first couple clients that you get, you're not going to necessarily see it, but then you'll start to notice patterns. And that's all in the game too. You're going to have clients that are wonderful, that are grateful for all the value that you give. And then you're going to have some clients who can't get out of their own way, create their own problems, and then blame it all on you. It's all in the game. You're going to have, as I've said before, rulings that are against you. You have the case law, you have the argument, and you lose. It's all in the game. And the reason I say this, and the reason that this quote is so applicable to the practice of law, is it helps shift your perspective to a more positive way. When you realize it's all in the game, you can take a step back and accept the fact that it is what it is. These things are inherent in the profession, and it doesn't mean that you should let people walk all over you. It doesn't mean that you should be disrespected, but understand that these are the people who have chosen to play the game. And once you accept that these are the pieces, these are the players, this is the way it goes, then you can decide, okay, how am I going to play this game so that I can try my best to win? And winning doesn't mean winning a case. Winning means going day to day, doing the best that you can, knowing that you can't control outcomes, and then getting from one destination to the next. This shift in perspective can help you with the day-to-day frustrations of the practice of law. And then it can also lead you to be grateful for the parts of your profession that you actually really enjoy. When you have that good adversary, when you have that case that you actually have fun with, when it doesn't matter that your client is difficult or your adversary is really aggressive, when you actually enjoy the work, when you enjoy what you do and you just accept, like, all right, here comes another evil letter from my adversary, all in the game, but I'm billing it and I'll reply and we'll just move on. And a shift in perspective can really help you deal with the day-to-day. So if you like what you hear, click like, check out the blog at thespirituallitigator.com, and stay tuned for additional videos in the future that discuss how The Wire can help shift your perspective on the practice of law, because there's some really good quotes in The Wire and they can really apply to anything. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and remember, don't burn out, just breathe.